Sup everyone, I'm your female otaku, and I'm here to review episode 5 of Rakugo. And this episode of Rakugo was mainly about women. And for the first half, we had it to where Yakumo, we see more of how he feels around women, okay? And we see Miyokichi being skank, me wanting to just totally punch her, like, oh my gosh, I hate her so much. She's like pretty much forcing herself upon him, okay? Maybe she's using him to try to relieve stress from her job, okay? But I don't like how she treats Yakumo, and he always feels uncomfortable, okay? He's just really not focused on getting into a relationship at the moment. Alright? And he never really looks at her, if you notice. No matter what, he never looks at her. He always looks to like the side when she's around, okay? He's so uncomfortable, but he knows that he can't get rid of her because she just keeps forcing herself upon him. And it really pisses me off, I'm not gonna lie, okay? Miyokichi, she's just using Yakumo, okay? And he's just so uncomfortable around her. All he wants to do is to continue practicing his Rakugo. Because you see, he really wants to get better. And he says to Genroku that he's all like, dude, you keep on going out and hanging out with women and everything, and you don't even practice your work at all. But I have to work my butt off, and I don't get hired for any gigs or anything. So it's sad. All the stress and everything that's happening with Yakumo. It's kind of sad, and I really do hope things will get better real soon. But later on with this episode, he was in a play. Now this is very interesting. Very, very interesting, because we actually see Yakumo let loose. We saw him actually have some personality. That was so strange for me. I was just like, what? Because you know how he is. When he performs Rakugo, he doesn't have too much expression. He's very nervous, kind of flat. You really cannot differentiate the personalities. And when he does different dialogues, and it just sounds so off. It really, really does. But when he had to play as a woman, well, of course later on we see that the woman was a man, but when he had to act out as a woman, he had more life to him. Maybe that was because he was acting alongside Genroku. Possibly. Does Genroku bring out the best in Yakumo? I'm not gonna lie, the bromance is extremely strong. I know the Fujoshis are probably all over this by now. I'm not gonna lie, the vibes are too apparent. They really are. But I still like the bromance part of it. And I enjoyed the play that they had, and just seeing Yakumo let loose was very enjoyable. And then when we see that Yakumo's character was actually a man, it was so funny, because then his tone completely shifted. And that was great. That's a great step for Yakumo. This play was exactly what he needed. And I hope because of this play, he can become better at Rakugo. So I'm really looking forward to this. Miyokichi, I really want to punch you in the face. Just leave Yakumo alone. Leave him alone, man. He's too uncomfortable. He's not focused on women right now. Let him focus on his work. Miyokichi. Man. Great episode. Can't wait for next week. Once again, I was so disappointed when I found out the episode ended. I missed my 50-minute episode. I want it back, man. I want it back. Well, catch you tomorrow as we review Ajin, Haikyuu Season 2, Durarara Ketsu, and Utowareru Mono Itsuwari no Kamen. I'm your female otaku, sayonara.